when you look at the consequences of your self-concept, you need to own the fact that those consequences, those circumstances, those reflections came from the thing you think about yourself first. So if you think you're not good enough, or things don't work out for you, or you're not worthy of good things, or things always fuck up, and then they keep fucking up, or as this person says, things turn to shit, do you think you're a person who doesn't deserve good things? Are you a person who thinks they're not good enough for anything? Are you a person who feels they need to flagellate themselves or beat themselves up if they do things wrong? Are you a person who blames themselves a lot? Are you a person who feels not perfect, not good enough, not enough? That's why that's happening. So guys, have you got your Manifest Contact Scripting Journal yet? Because we're having an extra special event this Sunday night, the 22nd of June at 9 p.m. EST US time. So that's morning time for the Australians and very late in the night time for the Europeans and Brits. But it's 9 p.m. New York EST time, US time, this Sunday night. It is the script, the sip and script. So guys, sip and script is basically us scripting together live whilst sipping on our favourite beverage, namely an alcoholic one, if you've got one. So guys, what you're going to do is you're going to get out your journals and script with me. And I'm going to pick a certain number of prompts that we're going to do together in the journal. So my Manifest Contact Scripting Journal came out today, and it's a physical journal that you can print out and write into. And you have the bonus sexting journal, but you can also just type into them or type in your phone. Download them and type into them because they're editable. Now, what we're going to do live together is a few of the prompts in the books so we can actually learn how to script together live. So I've given you examples in the books, but I'm actually going to do it with you and give you more help if you need it whilst we script together as a group. Then we're going to share, if you want, some of the things you've scripted. Yay, it's going to be so much fun. So come and join me. Now, it's a live TikTok event. It's going to be live on TikTok, 9 p.m. EST on Sunday night. So you can either reply and actually register to join the event so you don't forget and you get a reminder from TikTok, or you can just come and join us at 9 p.m. EST on Sunday night. Yay! It's free, guys. It's free. So guys, the sexting journal and Manifest Contact Scripting Journal is $27 right now out at subconsciouslaws.com or in my link tree. Click it to get it. And the script, the sip and script is free to join. All right, guys? You need to write a book. I do, guys. I will, I promise. Had planned dinner with SP on Sunday, but maybe I need to reschedule. Oh, go and have dinner with your SP, darling. I'll come back early. Drinking on a Sunday night could be dangerous for work next day. Oh, guys, don't worry. Focused on self-concept, and now I'm engaged to SP, and we're building a house together. Oh, wonderful, Tracy. How lovely. What did you do? You're focused on self-concept. Hooray. All right, guys, let's get into the Loz lesson. Yes, I want a script. Okay, guys, so come and join us for the sip and script. Join us for the sip and script. It'll be me live here on TikTok, scripting with you from the Manifest Contact Scripting Journal. Okay, guys? So make sure you go to my link tree and get the journal in time. All right, guys, let me get to the Loz lesson. It's this. When you realize it was all your reflection that turned things to shit, and you can't stop hating yourself for it. Is anyone feeling like that since you've discovered this, the law of assumption that what you assume to be true will be true and everyone is simply your reflection? Are you feeling like, oh crap, that was all my fault? Now, I don't want any of you berating yourselves, beating yourselves up, flagellating yourselves and telling yourselves it's your fault, or worst of all, like this person was saying, hating yourself. That is not the aim here. The whole point of discovering the law, understanding how this works, is not to beat yourself up, is not to hate yourself. It is not to blame yourself, because it's not fault that you're discovering, it's causation. And there's a big fucking difference, okay? You don't blame the moon for the tide. It's just causation. It's cause and effect. I don't want anyone beating themselves up about anything they've caused. Can I have a one-to-one call with you, Loz? It would help change my life. It's helped change lots of people's lives, darling, but I don't do them anymore. That's why you got to join the squad. The closest thing you're going to get to a one-to-one call with me, guys, is the squad where I go live like this and I answer your questions on a Friday. So come and join the Subconscious Solid Squad, darling. So, okay, let's get back to it. I know that when you uncover this and when you uncover that you are the only cause of your reality, it can be a shocking thing to discover. And when you see it, you can't unsee it. And when you finally realized it, the cogs will start to turn in your mind and you'll start to realize and see a pattern in your life that you are the pattern. The other day I was discussing with my team each of their self-concepts, and I'm sure since then they're going to have to actually come to terms with the fact that what I said might be correct, and that when they're faced with something in their life now, if I've told them what their self-concept issue was, they will see it. Now, that's not me telling my team to beat themselves up. It's saying, I told you what it was. You've uncovered it now. Now you need to change it unless you want this pattern to keep occurring, unless you want these circumstances to perpetuate. It's not beating yourself up, guys. It's awareness, becoming aware. Now, when someone becomes aware, it's not a flagellation. It's not a blaming. It's my eyes are now open. I have awoken. You know when people say I had a spiritual awakening? I cannot stand that expression because it sounds all woo-woo. But basically, awakening means you woke up to the truth of this. Now, most people having a spiritual awakening aren't even waking up to this. They're not understanding the law of assumption. They're talking about some woo-woo crap, right? But those of you who have awoken to the fact that you are the only cause feel that kind of feeling like, oh, shit, I've woken up, right? From a deep, dark sleep you've been in for most of your life. Because when you start discovering this, you will see it. You will see your self-concept reflected in everything, every circumstance and everyone. And it's hard going at first because you'll see, oh, this circumstance keeps happening to me because of me. These people keep treating me like this because of me. This keeps occurring because of me. That person is like this because of the way I think about them. This is happening to me because of the way I think about me. Oh, shit, I better change how I think about me. That's your self-concept. Can't unsee it now. Exactly. When you see this, you can't unsee it. And that's not a bad thing. So, in the case of this squatty who's done this suggestion for the Loz lesson, what I suggest this person does is stop blaming themselves first, because that's causing them to hate themselves. However, hating yourself is a much deeper self-concept issue. That's got nothing to do with blaming yourself. A lot of us blame ourselves, but we don't hate ourselves for it. This person has to really uncover, why would they go as far as hating themselves about this? That's a whole deeper self-concept issue that they have. And that's something they're going to have to work on. Because if you go as far as discovering this and then hate yourself for it, that's something where you're going to have to really deep dive into feeling like you do things wrong, feeling like you're worthy of hating. That's a whole thing you need to work on, right? Because just blaming yourself at first is one thing, but the deeper feeling of hating yourself for it is like, huh? Where's that coming from? And that's what you need to work on. Now, where that's coming from is also the reason why this shit keeps happening. I'll say that again. If you don't like yourself or you beat yourself up a lot and things don't work out, they're not working out because of the way you feel about yourself. I'll say it a third time. When you look at the consequences of your self-concept, you need to own the fact that those consequences, those circumstances, those reflections came from the thing you think about yourself first. So if you think you're not good enough, or things don't work out for you, or you're not worthy of good things, or things always fuck up, and then they keep fucking up, or as this person says, things turn to shit, Do you think you're a person who doesn't deserve good things? Are you a person who thinks they're not good enough for anything? Are you a person who feels they need to flagellate themselves or beat themselves up if they do things wrong? Are you a person who blames themselves a lot? Are you a person who feels not perfect, not good enough, not enough? That's why that's happening. So it's like a counterintuitive thing. You start hating yourself for the thing that happened, but because of your hatred of yourself, that's why the thing happened. Because of your low opinion of yourself and your lack of value in your own eyes, that's why those things turn to shit. Because why would things go well for a person who thought they deserved good things? Because if life is simply your reflection, you would be reflecting out the story of worthiness and enoughness and things going well. And the things wouldn't have gone to shit in the first place. Are you guys getting this? Sometimes when I go into these deep, complex awareness lessons, some of you go, what? Maybe you might need to rewind that bit I just said to really get this. All you need to do when you have a circumstance you're unhappy about, like things turning to shit, is uncover what were you thinking about yourself first that turned it to shit. There's no point going backwards and now beating yourself up or worse, hating yourself for the fact that it turned to shit. You turned it to shit. Now, in the Bible, there's a very famous story about Lot's wife who turned back and turned into a pillar of salt. Now, why did she turn into a pillar of salt? Anyone know? What's the moral of that story? What's the moral of the story of Lot's wife who turned into a pillar of salt? Like she literally turned into salt. She was looking back. Now what does salt do to things? What does salt do to food? Why would you... Yes, it makes it taste nice, but back in the old days, when they didn't in biblical times have refrigerators, what did they use salt for? It dried things, but what was the actual thing it did? The driving preserved it. Right. So because she looked back, she preserved herself as a pillar of salt. Now, why would the Bible be telling the story like that? So you've got to remember, an actual woman didn't actually turn into salt, guys. It's a story. It's an allegory to teach you something. What's it trying to teach you? If you don't look forward to the future and you keep looking back at the mistakes of the old, the things that didn't work out, the things that turned to shit, you will yourself turn to salt. You'll preserve in your being and in your reality the things that happened in the past, and you'll keep them there. So she was preserved forever in the past because she turned and looked at it. She was living there in the past. So the lesson was trying to tell you, if you turn back and look back at the things that have happened and keep beating yourself up about it and looking back at it, and if only I'd done this, and I'm such an idiot, and God, I'm in Dumbo, and that was all my fault. You turn back and keep looking at it and keep beating yourself up about it, you'll preserve yourself there. In that state, as the person who fucks things up, fucked it up, hates themselves, blames themselves, isn't enough, does things wrong, has a fucked up reality. And the more you refer to it and the more you turn back, the more you preserve yourself in that state of the person who's got a whole lot of fucked up reality. Are you getting this? I am not religious, guys, by the way. If anyone's new, I was an atheist for most of my life and only really started diving into what the Bible actually means when I discovered Neville Goddard, right? I used to always question everything in RE class and say, that doesn't fucking make any sense, because it never made any sense to me. But when you read the Bible as an allegory of stories trying to teach you something about yourself, it all makes sense. And the story of a woman turning to salt makes complete sense. So this person's turning themselves to salt by beating themselves up and hating themselves for the thing that they did that turned to shit. And they're keeping in their reality the idea that something has turned to shit, the idea that something is shit, and the idea that they're wrong and they've done something wrong, and now they're perpetually hating themselves for it. Instead of, what should she do instead? Instead of this person hating themselves for what's happened, What should they now do instead? They shouldn't be like Lot's wife and turn back and blame themselves or look at the past or look at what's happened or look at the shit that they've caused. What should they now be doing? Tell me. What should this person who is realizing it was all their reflection, that they turn things to shit and can't stop hating themselves, what should they do now? Love herself and change it? No, you don't need to love yourself. Loving yourself is not required, guys. Hating yourself is not great, but loving yourself also isn't required. Change their awareness. Yes, change their self-concept. Now, the reason I'm saying you don't need to love yourself is, guys, I don't love myself a lot of the time, and I still manifest everything I want. Loving yourself actually won't change your concepts of yourself. You could say, I love myself. I've known so many people who think they love themselves and their lives are constantly going to shit. They've got a whole lot of other stories running under the I love myself story. Right? So this girl's got a story that she fucks things up, things go wrong, she's to blame, she does things wrong, it's her fault. She's not good enough for good things. She's got to think the opposite of all of those things that actually caused the thing in the first place and are now causing herself to hate herself now. You understand? And repeat those new thoughts. Yes, darling. Bring the future here and think only on things of good report. Yes! Guys, bring the future here and think only on things of good report. All these things in the Bible that are telling you, stop looking back, stop beating yourself up, stop living in the past, stop referring to the circumstances, stop even looking at them. Don't turn back and look at the circumstances that you caused. All of you who ask me incessant questions about circumstances, you're turning into Lot's wife, you're turning into a pillar of salt, you're keeping it there in your awareness, you're preserving the 3D reality you don't like, and it's all preserved into a big pillar of salt, and it's going to fucking stay there because what you're aware of will manifest more of itself. Right? Listen to your overnight tapes is what she needs to do. Absolutely, guys. If you want to go to my thought transmission channel, I'll put it here on YouTube when we go on YouTube. Put this on YouTube. I have overnight sleep tapes for self-concept, for feeling enough, for feeling chosen. And so many of you want to use those but don't know which one to use. Look at the title, listen to the affirmations and think, is this the opposite of what I think right now about myself? If it is, I'll use this, right? Because sometimes you don't know which one to use. Or you can use my subliminals as well. So many of you need to understand that the story you're holding about the current circumstances is still keeping those circumstances in place. And they are tied to your self-concept. So how you feel about beating yourself up or hating yourself for your reflection is also tied to your self-concept. So you need to change all of it. You understand? Sorry, guys, someone's incessantly trying to call me. I better hang up so I can answer them. All right, Loz, you've been preaching this for years. I've been here since 2021. Exactly, darling. Guys, look. I have been preaching this since I started my account at the beginning of 2021. Some of you might be new. If you are new, I highly suggest you start at the very start and you go and get my free course called Everything You've Learned About Manifesting is Wrong. I'll put it here on YouTube. It tells you all about awareness. Or if you want to delve deeper into your self-concept issues, you can get my brand new freebie I've just brought out called You Manifest Your Fears. That will also help you. Both of those freebies put you on my email list. And every Wednesday, I will send you a lesson, a Loz lesson like this, written form in your email. Read it. It will help you. Then on Mondays, we send success stories talking about people who had their success and how they got it. You can also go to my blog and read all the success stories or go to my free group, Subconscious Loz, on Facebook or my squad. If you are really lost, then go to all the playlists in my YouTube that you think will help you, like the How to Manifest playlist, start at the very start. Or go to my recent playlist called Why It's Not Manifesting and watch all my recent videos. One of the greatest playlists you can start with to really delve into this is the Awareness Trilogy. However, if you're very, very new to this, you might find that heavy going and you won't understand what the fuck I'm on about awareness. You might want to go back and do my free course first or start with my basic videos in the How to Manifest playlist. And when you're feeling confident about understanding awareness and you really want to delve into the complexities of this, watch the I Am God trilogy. Okay? I've been here for years too. So many of you have, guys. The more the sleep tapes make me feel uncomfortable, the more I listen to it, I know it's what I need. Yes, guys, sometimes it makes you feel really uncomfortable because it's what you need to hear, okay? I've been supporting Loz since December 2021. Oh, wonderful. What's this, Loz? People who are manifesting for 5/7 months, is it okay to take so long? Guys, some people take 2 years, 3 years, 5 years to manifest shit because they're still thinking the old shit. Loz, your YouTube is gold. Anyone new, go there. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, darling. So my subconscious Loz YouTube is where all of my lessons are, and my thought transmission YouTube is where my recordings are to manifest new thinking in your own mind, to brainwash yourself. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you join me live to script on the 22nd of June, this Sunday night, 9 p.m. EST US time for Sip and Script. You will get your Manifest Contact Scripting Journal at my website, Subconscious Laws, or in my link tree. Join me, script with me in the journals and the sexting journal. And we'll be doing it live with some wines. All right, guys, I'll see you there live on TikTok. And make sure to subscribe and follow me. Bye, guys.